Hello, how you all doing? Hope you're having a good day so far. So, in today's video, I wanted to go through the draw of the World Seniors of Darts events that starts next week, and we're going to go through the draw, and I'm going to go through all the games and let you know who I think is going to win each of the games, and then eventually we're going to have a winner, and that's going to be who I think is going to win the World Seniors. So I don't actually know already in my head who I think is going to win it. I've got some ideas, but we're going to go through it, try and work out who I think is going to win. And yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video, then make sure to slap a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section below who you believe is going to win the World Seniors as well. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. Nearly 70% of you watching the video right now are not subscribed, which is mental. Just have a look below the video. If it's a red subscribe button, then it means that you're not subscribed. And just hit it. It should go grey or something. It should say subscribed, and then you're all good and you'll be up to date. Even if you don't use your subscribe tab, it helps me out more than you can imagine. So just hit it. It's completely free and that'll be amazing. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Let's go through all the players, all the games, and let's try and work out who I think is going to win the World Seniors. Feel free to play along in the comment section below. But anyway, let's get into game number one. That is going to be Peter Manley versus Dieter Hedman. The winner of this match will play against Phil Taylor, which I'm looking forward to seeing how Phil gets on, but we'll get there in a minute. First match, Peter Manley, Dieter Hedman. Dieter's still playing darts quite regularly. Peter Manley, I haven't seen play darts in a long time. Last time I saw him play darts was at an exhibition that I was refereeing for, and it wasn't great. So I'm going to say Dieter Hedman wins this one. Obviously, I don't know how much practice these players have been putting into it. Some of them would have practiced a lot more than normal. Some of them were just going to turn up on the day and see what happens, I would imagine. But I should think that they've all practiced somewhat, but I'm still going to go. I think Dieter Hedman beats Peter Manley. Also, just so we know, the rounds are going to be best of 5 sets. So there's quite a lot of darts going on. Best of 5 sets, and the semis and the final would be best of 7 sets. Just so you know what's going on there. So I'm going to say Dieter Hedman. You know what? Let's put a score on it. I'm going to say Dieter Hedman 3-0. I want to say 3-0 Dieter Hedman. Next up, we've got Tony O'Shea versus Kevin Painter. I've seen Tony play a couple of times in some WD events this year, and Kev Painter's still Kev Painter. He's not a tour card holder Kev Painter anymore, but he still plays Challenge Tour. He's still averaging mid to high 80s and the odd 90 here and there. He's still a very good player. I think Kev Painter wins that one. I don't think he wins it 3-0. I'm going to say 3-1 Kev Painter is going to be my prediction on that one. Winner of that one plays Wayne Warren, by the way. Next up, we have got Robert Thornton versus Bob Anderson. Winner of this will be playing against Trina Gulliver. So, Thornton still plays Challenge Tour, still a very, very good dart player. And Bob Anderson, I did some research. I've not really seen him play much, to be honest. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if he's played anything. I can't really find any information out about him, really. I would imagine he's played some stuff. He's played some exhibitions. He's played some local tournaments, but I've not found any of that. And I can't imagine he is playing anywhere near as good as Robert Thornton is playing right now either. So I'm going to say Robert Thornton wins that one 3-0. Next up, we have got Paul Lim versus Dave Prins. The winner of that to play against John Lowe. Paul Lim, crowd favourite. Everyone's going to love Paul Lim. Dave Prins, underrated, I'm going to say. I think he's underrated. He's played quite a lot of recent stuff. He played the Challenge Tour just gone. He had a few like mid to high 80 averages and a couple of, he might have had 1 or 2 90s as well. Dave Prins is not to be slept on. I think Dave Prins is going to be, well, I think he wins. I think Dave Prins wins. I'm going to say Dave Prins to win that game 3-2. I think we could have a good game on our hands. Unfortunately, I think everyone's going to want Paul Lim to win, and I don't think he will win, which is obviously not great for the crowd favourite. But I'm going to say Dave Prins wins that one. Next up, we've got Les Wallace versus John Walton, winner to play against John Part. Both of these players, not really seen a lot from them recently. I'm just going to go and pick one. I think it's fairly 50-50. I'm going to say John Walton beats Les Wallace. I'm going to say 3-1. I think John Walton's still playing some reasonably good stuff. Les Wallace probably is as well. I've actually marked for Les Wallace on the Pro Tours, so it wasn't that long ago he was playing near on professional darts, or was playing professional darts. But I'm going to say John Walton. I think John Walton wins that one. And then next up, we've got Terry Jenkins versus Roland Sholton. Terry Jenkins is still playing a lot of darts at the moment. I haven't seen Roland Sholton play much darts recently, to be completely honest. I don't know what's going on with Sholton. I don't know how his practice is going. I don't know if he's playing in tournaments. I just don't really know. So I'm going to go with Terry Jenkins. I'm going to say Terry Jenkins is going to win that one 3-0. I don't know if I give a score prediction on the John Walton one. I want to say John Walton 3-1. I can't remember if I did or not. But anyway, Terry Jenkins to win 3-0 and then to play against Lisa Ashton. Next up, we've got Alan Warren a Little versus Larry Butler, winner to play against Keith Della. So my thought process for this one is going to be Alan Warren a Little hasn't played a lot, hasn't done too much, and Larry Butler is still very active. He actually played in like the Las Vegas Open like a week ago, and lost in the quarters. But he was throwing like mid to high 80 averages. I think he's going to win that one. I'm going to say Larry Butler to beat Alan Warren et al. 3-0. I'm going to say 3-0 on that one. Then the winner plays Keith Deller. Next up, we've got Daryl Fitton versus Richie Howson. Richie Howson is one of the 2 qualifiers from the event that they put on. The other qualifier was Kevin Burness, who then got a tour card, so is now not allowed to play in this event. So Richie Howson is the only qualifier in this event. Everyone else was pretty much hand-picked, I think. So yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, interesting for him to be the only qualifier. But it means he's the only person who's earned the spot by beating other people, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say Richie Howson wins that game. The winner of this plays against Martin Adams as well. I'm going to say Richie Howson wins this one. I'm going to say Richie wins 3-1. I don't know how well Daryl's playing at the moment. Again, I've seen him at a WDF event, and I can't remember seeing him get too far in that one. So I'm going to say Richie Howson wins that one, and I'm going to say 3-1. So, second round. This is still best of 5. We've got Phil Taylor versus Dieter Hedman. I'm going to go Phil Taylor all day long. 3-0 Phil Taylor. I think he would have practiced. I think he would have put some time into this tournament. And I wouldn't be surprised if he turns up and absolutely just demolishes everyone. But I'm going to say Phil Taylor. Then we've got Wayne Warren versus Kevin Painter. I think Kev wins this one. I hope Kev wins this one as well, because it sets up a match against Phil Taylor, which everybody wants to watch, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to say Kev Painter wins this one as well. Score predictions for that one, I'm going to say Kev 3-1 over Wayne Warren. Next up, we have Robert Thornton versus Trina Gulliver. Trina, legend. I don't think she wins this, though. I think Robert Thornton cruises this one again. I'm going to say 3-0 Robert Thornton. Next up, we've got Dave Prinz, who obviously these are all my predictions. Dave Prinz versus John Lowe. I don't know how John Lowe has been playing at all. I can't imagine he's been playing top level stuff. I think he's still a decent dart player, but I don't think he's been playing top level stuff. I think Dave Prinz wins that one as well. I'm going to say Dave Prinz to win that one 3-1. Next up, we've got John Part. He'll be playing against John Walton. I think John Walton wins that as well. John Part played Q-School recently. Didn't play the best. He played okay, like high 70 averages, that sort of area. I think John Walton wins that one. Next up, we got Terry Jenkins versus Lisa Ashton. This is going to be where it gets interesting. Lisa Ashton is a proper dark horse in this tournament for me. I'm going to say Lisa Ashton wins this. I'm going to say Lisa wins this 3-2. 3-2 Lisa Ashton. Next up is going to be Keith Deller versus Larry Butler. This, I think this will be an underratedly good game of darts. Keith, I know, has been practicing very, very hard recently. He's put in ridiculous amounts of time into his practicing. He seems to think he's playing well. He lives really close to me. I spoke to him a couple of times. He seems to think that he's playing quite well. So it'll be interesting to see how well he is actually playing. I'm going to say Keith Deller versus Larry Butler. I'm going to say I think Larry wins. I don't know how well Keith is playing. And Larry has posted some decent averages recently. I'm going to say Larry Butler wins that one 3-2. And then next up, we have got Richie Howson versus Martin Adams. It's difficult to look past Martin Adams here. As much as I think Richie Howson would beat a lot of the other players in round 2, I don't think he beats an in-form. It depends what Martin Adams turns up. I don't think he beats an in-form Martin Adams. I want to say Martin Adams wins that one 3-2. I think that's going to be one of the games of the tournament, though. Into the quarterfinals, we've got Phil Taylor versus Kevin Painter. I think Kevin Painter wins this. I think this is where Phil Taylor goes out. I think he's going to beat him. I genuinely think Kevin Painter's going to beat Phil Taylor. It's a shame he didn't beat him a few years ago in that final, but I'm sure Kev will take it. Either way, I want to say Kev Painter wins that one. I want to say 3-2 as well. I don't know how well Phil Taylor's playing, and I'm going to get roasted in the comments for this. I'm really going to get roasted in the comments for this, but I think Kev Painter is going to beat Phil Taylor in the quarterfinals of the World Senior of Darts, and I think it's going to be a good game. I want to say Kev Painter 3-2. Next up, we have got Robert Thornton versus Dave Prinz. I think this is where Dave Prinz's run comes to an end. Robert Thornton to beat Dave Prinz. I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1 Robert Thornton. Next up, we're going to have John Walton versus Lisa Ashton. Come on, Lisa. Do it for the girls. I'm going to say Lisa Ashton wins this one. 3-1 Lisa Ashton. And then the bottom half, we're going to say Martin Adams is going to be playing against Larry Butler. Again, I think Martin Adams wins that one fairly comfortably as well. As long as Martin Adams turns up, I think he wins. I'm going to say Martin Adams 3-1. We're going to go 3-1 on that one. And then, so this is now the semi-finals We're now up to semi-finals, and this is going to be the best of 7 sets, the first of 4. First half, we're going to have Kev Painter against Robert Thornton. I think that could be a very good game of darts. I'm going to say Robert Thornton wins this one. I'm going to say Robert Thornton wins this 4-2. I'm going to go Robert Thornton 4-2, makes the final, beats Kevin Painter. And in the other half, we have got, I'm trying to remember exactly who I put through, Lisa Ashton versus Martin Adams. And as much as I want to see Lisa Ashton win this one, I don't think she will. I'm going to say Martin Adams. I'm going to go 4-2 again. I'm going to go 4-2 on the other half. So we're going to go Martin Adams versus Lisa Ashton. Martin Adams to win that one 4-2. And then that sets up the final of Robert Thornton versus Martin Adams. And I'm going to say Martin Adams wins this. I'm locking it in. Martin Adams. You know what? Let's make it interesting. Martin Adams 4-3. Martin Adams 4-3. Your winner of the World Senior of Darts is going to be Martin Adams. That is my prediction. That's what I think. I definitely think Phil Taylor probably will, or definitely could beat Kev Painter. That's the only thing that I think people are going to be complaining about in the comments, and I can see it already. I'm calling it. I'm going out there. I'm saying Kev Painter's played more competitive darts than Phil Taylor recently, and I think Kev Painter's going to hold his nerve better than Phil. And I think Martin Adams is going to win it all anyway. So that's my prediction, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, slap a like on it. Subscribe if you're brand new. We're nearly at 50,000 subscribers. Keep hitting the subscribe button. Tell your friends. That'd be amazing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.